South Korea's enrollment gamble. South Korea is facing a healthcare crisis. The problem? Not enough doctors, especially in rural areas, and even more so in specialized fields. The solution? You guessed it, more doctors. In 2024, the South Korean government announced a bold plan. They're dramatically increasing medical school enrollment. The goal? To add 2,000 new doctors over the next decade. It's a gamble. Will it pay off? Only time will tell. But the government is optimistic. They argue more doctors mean shorter wait times, better access to care, and ultimately, a healthier nation. But not everyone is thrilled. The announcement has sparked intense debate and a whole lot of finger-pointing. Let's dive into the controversy, shall we? The government's logic is simple. More doctors equal more care for everyone, especially in underserved communities. Think rural villages, remote islands, places where seeing a doctor now requires a pilgrimage. The government also wants to boost the number of specialists, cardiologists, oncologists, neurosurgeons, doctors who can tackle the toughest medical challenges. This shortage has real consequences. People in rural areas face longer travel times for basic care. They might delay seeing a doctor until it's too late, and specialized treatment. Often it means traveling to a major city. The increased enrollment aims to change that, to bring specialized care closer to those who need it most.
The government believes that by increasing the number of doctors, we can ensure better healthcare access for all citizens, regardless of where they live. This plan is about equity and improving the overall health of our nation.
But critics argue the plan is short-sighted, a band-aid on a gaping wound. They say simply churning out more doctors won't solve the problem. In fact, it could make things worse. Their main concern? Quality over quantity. Will these new doctors be good enough? Will they have the skills and experience to provide top-notch care?
We worry about the strain on the system. More students mean more demands on medical schools. Will there be enough qualified instructors? Adequate training facilities? Or will these new doctors be thrown to the wolves, ill-prepared for the challenges ahead? And then there's the issue of distribution. Even if we have enough doctors, will they choose to work in rural areas? Or will they flock to the cities where the pay is better and the lifestyle more appealing? It's a valid concern.
Section 4. Doctors on the picket line. The fight back begins. The medical community hasn't taken this lying down. Doctors' associations are up in arms. They've organized protests, threatened strikes, and accused the government of playing politics with people's health.
They argue the government should focus on fixing the system, not just adding more bodies. Their demands: better pay for doctors in rural areas, improved working conditions, and more support for medical education and training. They argue these measures would be more effective in the long run, attracting and retaining qualified doctors, rather than just churning out graduates.
Section 5. Finding common ground, the road to consensus. So far, the two sides seem miles apart. The government is pushing ahead with its plan, while doctors are digging in their heels. But there's a glimmer of hope. Both sides have agreed to sit down and talk, to try and find common ground.
Compromise will be key. The government may need to offer concessions, like more funding for medical education, incentives for rural practice, and a commitment to addressing the concerns of the medical community. Doctors, on the other hand, need to be realistic. The shortage is real, and doing nothing is not an option.
Section 6. The long view, a healthier future for South Korea. The stakes are high. The future of South Korea's healthcare system hangs in the balance. Will this gamble pay off, or will it backfire, creating a new set of problems? It's too early to say, but one thing is clear: this debate is far from over.
The next few years will be critical. The government needs to carefully monitor the impact of the increased enrollment, track the quality of new graduates, and make adjustments along the way. Only then can they hope to achieve their goal, a healthier future for all South Koreans.